Hello? I'm back. Hey guys. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. That was certainly a lot, huh? Oh my god, hi guys. I got my I have to get a I'm drinking a 2-liter water bottle right now. Best anime episode ever. Thanks guys. Oh my god, there's a lot. Okay, anything with Akazuba. I'm anything with Akazuba as well. And you need the Zuba, you need anything with Akazuba. You got something with Akazuba as well. Probably think with Akazuba. Oh my god. Yeah, what'd you guys think? Oh god. Alright, my camera died. Give me like a little bit. Alright, you know what? We're just gonna have to deal with the PNG for a little bit, you know? We'll just do this. We'll just do this. Here, simple as that. We'll leave me PNG for now because my camera's dead, and I will take care of that in the meantime. I don't have a charger somewhere. Do you have a charger anymore? Oh, give me like 1 second. I'm pretty sure I have like a charger in the bathroom. I gotta plug that in, but yeah, hold up. Oh, my headphones. Yeah. Under the desk. Sucks. There we go. All right, I'll leave that to do its thing for a little bit. Just no, it's backwards. Okay. Hey, are you good? Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, guys. Yeah, 3D. Why'd you put a charger in the bathroom? No, it's because I have a charger. I have a charger for my toothbrush. It's just a random like USB thing. So it's just a charger. Yeah. What do you guys? Oh my god, what do you guys think? You know, it's weird because I didn't expect to be. I kind of forgot that. Oh yeah, I kind of have to talk about this somehow. Like after the fact, you know, and I kind of there was the part of me that was like, oh yeah, now I can go back to playing Warframe. Yeah, there was a lot. Honestly, there was a lot that like I had like ideas for that never ended up happening, but you know, I'm happy. I'm happy with how it went, you know. I hope that the songs that I you know that I did sounded okay. The duo I cried so hard. Hey, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, the duets were probably the scariest part, but I'm glad people did enjoy it. Thank you for covering rapport. So fun fact. So I guess I'll give some background as to why like I picked the songs that I did. Ironically enough, Ren, Outside 3D. Thank you, Ren. We'll answer questions now because it's treat this like that one like the press conference. The question. Basically all of these songs were like just songs that I have been wanting to sing for a while, but also it was a matter of like, you know, one, am I ever gonna find duet partners for this, and two, like specific. Okay, ironically enough, Melodrama was just we were just like, okay, we need a song now, and I was like, all right, this one. Because I was like, what other Natori songs or like other like pop ballad stuff that can I do with Leo? And it just so happened that one was a duet, and he also likes Imase, so I was like, okay, let's just do that. So that one kind of just happened. That one was just, you know, rapport specifically was because it was a song that basically was the one that got me back into Bleach at the time. So when Rapport, actually, how do I explain this? When Rapport originally came out, it was actually for the Bleach like exhibit PV. It wasn't even for the show just yet. It was just literally just an exhibit PV, and I was like, this song fucking goes. And I was like, damn, why is there a Bleach exhibit? And then it was because at the time this was you know, Thousand Year Blood War was also coming back, and I was like, oh my god. So, you know, that song's always been in the back of my mind. And also I was like, you know, I do want to sing more Bleach songs at some point in time. So it was kind of a toss up between that one and like another Bleach opening, or even potentially Scar. But, you know, I think I've not heard many people do Rapport, and I was like, you know what, might as well do it. So Rapport was like a song that I've always wanted to sing, that I've been putting off for so long, and I'm glad to finally do it. I will say, one, let me like actually, you know, I'll preface this. Very, very big thank you to the people who helped me like super last minute. Shout out to Zeal, Miori, my homeboys back home, Tomoya. You know, shout out to all the people who especially had to put up with me asking for super late edits, and also for being willing to listen to me fucking go insane while I was like, god damn it, none of this sounds good. Why does this not sound good? So yeah, all my homies who helped make this happen, you know, it is much appreciated. You guys have no idea how much like they really saved my life. Yeah. Platonic Girl was I'm trying to remember exactly why I ended up picking that song. Ironically enough, Platonic Girl specifically is a song that I pretty much sing all the fucking time in my car. Fun fact, Platonic Girl, like I scream that shit going to the gym all the time. So that's pretty much why I ended up picking that song. And it just so happened that I was like, you know what? Also, it's more specifically, I wanted to do some type of duet, obviously with Wataru Senpai, and I was like, okay. And there's one cover that I listened to of Platonic Girl, Araki and Izu, I think. So that one was what ended up I was like, you know what? I think I really want to sing the song. And that just ended up how it happened. Yeah. So, I mean, it's like, I don't know how to explain it other than like a lot of these song picks are like stuff that I kind of listen to and have always wanted to sing like in my own time. So it's like stuff that I, you know, would listen to on the way to things, or in just doing everyday shit, or just having in the background, you know. So yeah. How Rashisa I think was just because, yeah, it was like an ending, and I was like, I really want a song to kind of like close out the debut, and how do I want to end this, you know, and what would have like the impact that I'm kind of looking for. So I think Rashisa was the pick, and I was like, okay. And you know, it's just a song that I know, and I'm like, I can kind of sing this at karaoke sometimes. So that was just the pick that I kind of went with. And also, like, you know, thinking about it, and also watching, I love Barakamon, and honestly, you know, hearing that song at the end of every episode and knowing, you know, the story and everything, it for me, it just made sense to kind of go with it, right? Bad Dancehall has a very like special place in my heart. Bad Dancehall for me is a song that I've sang it at karaoke once, and that was on stream, But Bad Dance Hall is a song that I had always wanted to sing for many, many years. It's a song that, you know, I had listened to, and when I listened to the original Panaman version, it was essentially like, oh, I really want to emulate that voice type. I really want to sing this type of song. Like, this to me is the song, right? And, you know, it's been maybe like 7-8 years at this point, to where I've always been wanting to sing that song. Like, I've tried pretty much, like it's been like a weird like yearly ritual for me to like see whether or not I can, can I sing this and have it sound good? Can I try to hit the original key? Can I, you know, like sing it, record it, and make it sound good? And I just couldn't for many, many years. And I've always been anxious about it. You know, I've always wanted to do that song justice. And I've been holding on to a harmony guide for I've had a harmony guide made for it like quite literally 7 years ago. That was stuck in the background in like a random Dropbox folder for many, many years. And I thought, you know what, maybe this would be the time. This would be the time to finally, you know, show that somewhere, and to really just commit to having it be a part of who I am as an individual, as a singer, and like, as, you know, how much I've really grown over the years, I guess. And that's kind of just the best way I can explain it. It's a song that means a lot to me because it is a feeling of like going back to my roots more than anything. And I can only hope that I did it justice. I can only hope that it did sound good. There's the part of me that just, you know, I still can't listen back to, you know, the way that I did do it. It's a scary feeling. I'll say that much. But, you know, I really hope that I did do a good job with it, you know? So yeah, that's pretty much it for like the song choices, I guess. That's like the best way I can explain it. I honestly, it was a roller coaster of emotions. You can imagine why. There was just a lot that went into, you know, into these songs, especially. You know, I hope you guys remember when I tweeted this mix better not flop. That was I prayed to God that Ashisa and Rapport sounded good. If they didn't, then I was gonna be like, oh God. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. It was just a tough last couple of weeks, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, specifically, let me like huge Mio Tomo and Zeal. I think you guys need to, like, these three have quite literally saved the entirety of the operation for Rapport and Rashisa specifically. Zeal helped me get super last minute harmonies, and I was like, oh my God, I need this. Because I think I spent most of the time basically being like, I don't know why this doesn't sound good. I don't know what my brain just could not comprehend why some parts of it just did not sit right. And at some point in time, it was just like, oh, let's just fucking add more layers. I think the best way to do it is just to add more fucking layers. So quite literally, it was just a lot of, hey, can I send you doubles to help me, you know, make this sound good? And they were like, I got you. And I was like, oh shit, thank you. So fun fact for specifically for Rapport, there was roughly about four main layers, and so it was basically four mains that I all recorded, and then I used two of them for doubles. There's one lower octave, and then there's the main melody line, and then I had Zeal help me make like quick like harmonies, and I was like, thank God. Yeah, so that saved my life. And then yeah, and then Tomo and Mio helped me out, and we got all the editing done like ASAP, and I was like, oh my God, you guys are the goats. So that shit took a lot out of us. It was definitely I haven't been this stressed out about a mix in like years, to be honest. So I will admit though, I think I am like okay with the way that they came out. I obviously, like, there's nothing else I can really do like past the fact, but you know, I think I'm proud of Rapport, and I'm proud of Rashisa. I think definitely there was a lot that went into them specifically, and I'm glad that they turned out good. Yeah. Oh my God, Jennifer Coolidge, my favorite VTuber.
Oh yeah. Thanks guys for my 3D.
Will 3D covers be posted separately? Do people want that to be? I mean, like, I can ask and see if I can, but I don't know if that's something that people want, then I'll probably do it, but I'm not super pressed for it, I guess. Please, I'm begging. Okay.
I'll figure it out. Thanks guys.
Yeah. I don't know. What other like specific questions do we got though? I think I don't know how much I'll talk about certain things, I guess, but we're gnawing at the bars, especially the one with Leo. I crowed. I need to have it on loop. Anything you're proud of overall? I think I'm proud of the food review and Friday in California. I think those two were probably the funniest fucking thing that I've done in a while. And honest to God, I am so glad that I finally got to, you know, I guess there's the part of me that is like, I'm glad to be able to make things that kind of represent me in like the funniest way possible. You know, I think, you know, Friday in California was just a funny thing that I am like, you know what? I'm glad people know me for this. I'm glad that I've kept up with it for so long. I might as well do something with it that I'm like, you know, this is kind of funny. Boy, you want hot dog? I do want hot dog. Yeah. The food review, we were like, I don't know how else to explain it, because at the time, we like logistically, we were trying to figure out like, how can we make it such that there is like a hit and run situation. And we were like, okay, well, we can't really drive a car literally, right? So we just thought of, the way that I thought about this was, okay, so the original meme is obviously review bra sees a fucking hit and run and is like, don't worry about that. That was the whole point, right? But then we were like, oh, because the other POV is just on a vertical phone camera, and we were like, okay, sick. So what other way, like, how else can I do this? And I was like, oh, I might as well just knowing how much Vox wants to beat the shit out of Doppio, I will give him this opportunity. And it just seemed like the perfect option select, you know what I mean? And I was like, this would be really funny. So yeah, that's kind of just how it ended up happening. And I was like, this is perfect. This is perfect. I could not have asked for two better actors in this context too. Yeah. Illyria randomly showed up with a camera, killed me. I needed someone to be the cameraman. And honestly, I thought it would be really funny. So that's kind of just how it happened. Yeah. Bro granted a wish for Vox. What can I say? It just felt really funny at the time. Yeah. I think with the I think the call-ins were also pretty funny. The call-in specifically was, I was like, how can I recreate Evangelion to the best of my ability? So there was just like, how else do we make this work? And it ended up happening. And we were like, okay. So I was so set up, bro. What can I say, man? What can I say? 1 second. Okay. I'm surprised you didn't Shinji pose. Check Twitter. Surprised I didn't Shinji pose. Check Twitter. Go look at Zeal's tweet right now. Yeah. I don't know how to. I don't know. That was just there was just a lot of fun. Like it was a lot of goofy bits. That's for sure. I think the way to explain it is that I just really wanted it to be all sorts of different goofy odd jokes that I can somehow stitch together into one thing. It was fun seeing Leo. Yeah, I think my biggest thing was like I did want to have Leo show up, and I'm glad he did. Because obviously at the time, you know, I didn't have 3D. So by the time Leo had his 3D, I was like, man, we better do something together. And that's just kind of how it ended up happening. I thought your favorite part would be your song with Leo or your Oshi Lamau. I think as a whole, I think this was just an experience that I was kind of, I'm gonna be so completely honest, I was all over the place. I think you guys need to remember though, if you're wondering why I've basically been so incredibly stressed like the last 3 months, right? It's obviously like I'm moving to a different country. I'm planning for all this stuff. I'm also mixing most of this stuff. I'm doing my best to make sure scheduling wise people can make it, people can't make it. On top of that, I didn't know what was good, what wasn't good. You know, and trying to make all the bits work and trying to, you know, get everything right. I think that was one thing that I was just like, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, man. And there was a lot of moments where people, you know, they would ask me is this right? Is this okay? And I was like, you know, so, and I think in the back of my mind, it was mostly a feeling of even though it was mine, I kind of felt very, what the fuck is it? My brain just didn't know if it was good or not, right? And I was super tunnel visioned on whether or not okay, I just gotta focus on getting stuff done right now. This was kind of okay, I'm running out of time. I don't know what sounds good and what doesn't, or what looks good, what doesn't. And I don't know. There was a part of me that was I just wish that someone would just tell me what to do at this moment. Because it was tough. I just didn't want to think for myself. Overwhelmed. I think that's the best way to put it. I was genuinely just super overwhelmed to the point where I'm I just need someone to say that it's good and say, well, it's not good. I don't know whether or not I need to retake this. And I think above all else, if there's one person that you guys need to thank more than anything, it's Mana-san. Genuinely, none of this would have been possible whatsoever had it not been for Mane-san. Because I think above all else, the one who really put in the work was Mane-san. Keep in mind, specifically, for the amount of time that I had to spend recording for Rapport Rashisa and rehearsal takes for everything, especially a lot of the rehearsals, Mana-san had to be there pretty much nonstop every single time. And with how often that I was basically working on stuff and how long I was at the studio and doing X, Y, and Z, I guarantee you need to keep in mind Mana-san is with me the entire time from 11 a.m. all the way to the evening, or almost 8-9 p.m. every single time that I've been to the studio. So, you know, if there's one person who I'm thank God like quite literally, this would not exist without Mane-san. So, you know, I'm very thankful to have the manager that I have now. And honest to God, like I'm glad the way that it came out, and more than anything, none of it would have been possible without Mane-san. So yeah, I'm really, really thankful for them. And yeah. Now there's I'm trying to think like what else there is to really like suit, not address per se, but I mean I think all in all, I definitely was. I hate to say it, I was super fucking worried about this shit, man. I was really like mentally like, God, I really need this to turn out okay somehow. And you know, the belt transfer. Okay, let me talk about this, because I think the belt was probably I think the funniest thing more than anything. More specifically, the belt was a stand-in for one, because I really wanted to do some form of Tokusatsu type bit throughout the entire 3D, and you know, we were trying to figure out ways to make it make more sense, to have it like flow into things. And I was like, oh, okay, because the original idea was it to be like an actual like Tokusatsu episode, where it would be like, oh, you know, the bit before the opening, they talk a little bit, opening happens, and then it transitions into like the episode itself. And I was like, okay, but then logistically I was like, okay, this would require more like, you know, more like choreograph, more like, I'd actually have to figure out how to get people to like also fucking fight me, I guess. And honestly, I was gonna be like, I need to figure out how to fight someone too. So it just didn't make sense at the time, and we were like, okay, maybe like in the future for like something else. It was a whole anime episode, yeah, basically. But yeah, no. So the rapport actual MV was basically. I guess the best way to explain it was like I took a couple reference shots from, ironically enough, the opening to Geats. So it's opening to Geats and also referencing the original Rapport MV. So the actual panning on the belt itself, the actual like shots, like the slow pans and everything, that was actually referencing the Rapport original MV, where it shows Zangetsu. And it also does that similar like slow pan rotating. And I was like, yeah, you know, I like this a lot. Yeah. Who is the one shadowing you in the opening and ending? That's Wilson. That's Wilson. Fun fact, because we needed someone at the time to like figure this out. I was like, how do we do this? Because we need someone else to like be, you know, the other person. So we were like, okay, Wilson's here. Fuck it, Wilson, I need you to come over and do more shots. And that's how it ended up happening. Yeah. Yeah, transformation is the best opening. Oh my god. The actual transformation took so much effort, by the way. That was something that took maybe like 4 or 5 different takes of just trying to get the motion correctly. And I don't even think I got it right to begin, like at the end of it either. I think there's a lot more. I think one thing you'll notice, I don't know how to fucking move, by the way. I genuinely don't know how to move if I am the only one, you know, doing something. You know what I mean? Obviously if I'm with people, I'm a little more like, okay, I can just go with the flow of things. But if I'm by myself and the focus is on me, it kind of like I get super fucking nervous, man. Like, I think that was one thing that I was genuinely like, I don't know. And I guess that's the hard part, you know. It's I don't know how to explain it other than like I don't like to be center of attention. Which is a fucking oxymoron since I'm a fucking streamer, but like it's tough because I don't know how to handle being the main focus of things. And it's like I just don't, it really like the nerves really get to me, you know. And it really does show with different parts of it, obviously. When oh my god, thinking about it was just like yeah, bit of deer in headlights. Yeah, pretty much. That's the best way to explain it. It is quite literally a deer in front of headlights. Oh my god. The gym class. Oh yeah. The gym class was a interesting idea at the time, and I was like, I don't know how, like, part of me was like, so fun fact, we were floating the idea that I would basically just do the workout by myself. Ironically enough, like there would be no guests. This was just gonna be a basically the 20-minute segment where I just do exercises on my own. And then we were like, I was like, so the thing was, I basically was like, okay, but that seemed to me, I was like, I still want to include my friends the best way that I can. And frankly, I was like, it was just tough. There was a lot of like uncertainty with what I actually wanted to do. And I was like, fuck it, you know what? I'll just get people to join me. How did you manage to convince Uki to do it though? I just didn't say anything. Fun fact, I didn't tell them they were doing a workout. They did it. They did it because they didn't know. I didn't preface any of it. They can't refuse if they don't know. Exactly. Bros didn't sign up for that specific. They didn't sign up for the workout. They signed up to show up, but they didn't sign up for the workout. So that was how that happened, ironically enough. Yeah. No, I mean, I haven't had a workout in a while, so I was like, you know what? It would be a fun thing to actually do it too. I think that was the other thing. It was nice. Ironically, for me, that was probably the most refreshing thing I did all like this whole time, essentially, because I was like, thank God I finally get like a workout in. Yeah. Wow, thank God you're still friends. Yeah, and I'm gonna see if I can go to dinner with people later. Yeah. Now I understand the shoe crash out. Okay, it was so funny. More specifically because I think because none of us actually like said anything. None of us were counting just to see whether or not you were. Also, the part you grabbed your hand with yourself, the old you, was emotional. Unless it depends on what you're talking about. Are you talking about Ashi's, or are you talking about? If we're talking about rapport, again, that was just a also copy, not copy, but like it references the original music video for rapport. But for Dashisa, ironically enough, if you watch the actual ending for Dashisa, that ending fist bump was how the original ending goes for Barakamon. I think a lot of it was basically like very similar shot compositions to where it would like, slow pan over the things that happened in the episode, or different environments and stuff like that. And that was kind of just the idea that I went for at the time. Yeah. Finana Boombox, so funny. Yeah, I think it was like how best could we include her here right now? And then I was like, okay, this might work. Throw away Finana Boombox out the window. No. Vox took it in his car and then threw it at Dopey. That's what I call a callback to a previous shot or a previous plot point. Foreshadowing is a literary device. So yeah, I mean, it was just that. I was like, how else can I utilize like all of these resources to the best of my ability without it costing me money? Yeah, fun fact. The hot dog and burger and drink were all made just for this. This was all when asked what did I want specifically, like hey, they were like, you can make literally anything you want for this 3D, and I was like, oh, okay. Can I have a hot dog? Can I have a burger? And they were like, is that it? And I was like, yeah. Okay, can I get a dog? Okay. So yeah, that's how that ended up happening. Of course you asked for that. What can I say? I was hungry. Okay, it should be okay. You know what you want? Yeah, what can I say? I know what I want. Can he get that dog? Can I get that dog? Okay, there we go. I charged my camera. Thank you. Friday in California shot is becoming my wallpaper. I got a burger to celebrate today. Yippee! Should have got a hot dog too. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go to Burger King after this. Burger King has burger and hot dog. Yeah. No more PNG. Yeah, I move again, guys. I move again. But yeah. Zally's knives and your gun were already made. They existed, yeah. And I was like, you know what? It would be really funny. Okay, now I can finally talk about it because oh my god, Mane-san just pinged me with the Mane-san pinged me with Watanabe-senpai's tweet. I guess I can talk about it now because oh my god. Now I can have my little fanboy moment. Oh my god! Oh my god, it's real! Oh my lord. I don't think you would understand how fucking nervous I was and still am to now. Like, oh my god. It feels so fucking surreal to actually have done a song with my Oshi of all people. So I'm very happy that I had the opportunity to do so. I'm gonna be so honest. I like it is dead ass like a big dream come true. And God, you have no idea how much I want to fucking sing with him again. Oh. Dude, I was fucking over the moon when we were still in like the planning stage and we had asked like, oh, I was like, they were like, who do you want to like bring on for this? And I was like, can I sing with my Oshi? And they were like, okay, we can check. And then I got the okay, and I was like, oh my god. So yeah, I'm still in fucking shock. I don't know how to explain it. He sounds so good. He just knows. During rehearsals, oh my god. Fun fact, if you want to know why, I at least moved a little bit better in that one, is because that guy can basically direct the entire thing himself. And I was like, oh my god. And he basically coached me the entire way through of teaching me how to move during performances, and I was like, good lord, I needed this. So yeah, he Watanabe-senpai is a senpai for a reason. And honest to god, I don't know, I guess the best way to explain it is that, and ironically enough, Mane-san said this too. It was basically like, oh yeah, of course he knows how to do this. He has the experience. He has like years of experience on you. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And then there was the other part of me that was like, I want those years of experience. You know what I mean? Like this is something to me that was like, I really want to be able to develop that skill to right? And I guess it moves over to like that feeling of like, this is a new feeling for me, because frankly, I've never performed on stage by myself before. I've never, I mean, you guys know this, like you guys know how long it fucking took me to like do one karaoke. You know what I mean? It's never been something that I've ever been comfortable with, you know, performing. And, you know, it was that moment, I think there was just something in the back of my mind of like, God, I suck at this, but I want to get better. And I feel like that's something that it's just what is driving me right now more than anything. Of, I really want to improve. I want there to be more opportunities to be on stage. I want to be able to see myself perform on even more stages, if that makes sense. Like I want to do more stuff. I would love to be able to, whether there be like another concert at some point in time, whether that be, you know, something like the tour right now, stuff like that. You know, I want to perform more. I'd want to be able to do more, even if it's not like a 3D live necessarily, but I'd want to be able to sing more. That's just how I feel about it. You know, I really want it. And I can only hope that there's going to be more opportunities in the future, you know. But for me, I think this whole experience really, it's given me like a very like strong desire to really learn and grow from where I am right now. And I want it to be a situation where I can look back on this years down the line and hopefully compare and be like, yeah, you know what, maybe I did improve like a little bit, you know. So I do want that, you know. Hey, crowd, like being on stage is a skill in and of itself, and that's just something that I had not fully developed yet. And I feel like it's something that albeit it is embarrassing that it kind of feels like I am just like a little baby bird learning how to fly for once. But I am glad that, you know, I am glad that I can at least make that step one, you know. Yeah. Your vocals are truly amazing. I believe you can do it. I don't think you understand how much it took out of me and Mane-san to just get these done. I'm gonna be so honest. It took many retakes, I'll tell you that much. Mane-san finally got his idol to sing, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I think one thing Mane-san always likes to tell me, which is just like, you should sing more. Primarily because it is like that idea that like, oh, you know, you don't sing enough publicly, so people don't know that you're an actual singer. Yeah, or like know that you can sing. I wouldn't call myself a singer still. I think that's something that I still struggle with now. And I guess the other thing being is like, what is it? I think imposter syndrome is not something that I can, you know, I don't think I've ever been able to fully get rid of it, right? But at the same time, you know, I've learned ways to handle it in a way that I think is okay. You know, But I think right now it is still that feeling of like, I still don't consider myself a singer. I think I can sing, I guess, but I don't fully consider myself a singer. And Mana-san's always told me it's just like, you know, some people don't even know that you do sing. So let this be like an opportunity to kind of showcase talent. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I guess you're right. I scrolled Twitter for like a second, and there someone tweeted "Holy shit, a Rosemi reference," and I was like, honestly, he's not wrong, because this was me dying on the barbell bench press was like an idea that I was like, how do I transition this to by the beat, but also what would be really funny. So it unironically was a Rosemi reference actually. And never forget the president. Never forget the president. What can I say? Yeah. I'm always gonna be like, well, you know me. I'm always worried about it, and I think I just haven't. I'm hoping that I can keep improving. More than anything, right? Like I feel. I personally feel like I haven't hit the ceiling, I guess. There's just so much that I still want to do, and there's so many different songs that I want to see if I can do, and I want to improve the way that I mix. I want to see the, you know, how far, whether or not, you know, if I can get my like raw vocals to sound fucking not like shit. If I could be able to sing more live, if I could do more, you know, even for like smaller stuff like karaoke, right? Like if I can at least try to get better, you know, I feel like there's still a lot of room to grow, and I think it's something that I need to develop more, you know. So I can only hope that I keep getting better. I'm gonna keep telling you every day your singing inspires me, brother. God damn. Speaking of which, are we playing? Maybe, okay, low key, I think we might be playing Valorant later. Low key, if I'm not on Warframe, we're playing Valorant later tonight, probably. So 3 streams one day. Yippee! So yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna. I feel like there's plenty of, like, you know. I think there's a lot of noise more often than not, but I think I'm just gonna. I think for me, I think I'm just gonna sit on the fact that I'm proud of the, you know, I'm proud of what I did. Sure, there was a lot of things that I wish I improved on. Sure, that I could have planned this better, and sure, I could have, you know, been funnier or planned it, you know, or actually like done X, Y, and Z. But, you know, like I'm going through a lot, you know. I think the last 3 months I've basically been round the clock, very emotionally, mentally, and physically drained for the most part. There's just a lot going on, like 90% of the time, that I was like, it was tough to deal with. I'm gonna be so honest. It almost felt like, you know, I basically was still working 2 jobs, even though I'm not. So, you know, it was tough. It was tough. I think the other thing being is, like, it was also so all throughout planning and all throughout like rehearsals and prep and stuff like that, all while this is happening, I am also looking for an apartment. I'm also moving. I am also trying to figure out when the next time I can record is. I'm trying to figure out when's the next time I can record all the different things that I need to record for. I need to figure out, you know, whether or not I have a place to live. I need to figure out whether or not I, like, how am I, like, all like the paperwork when it comes to, like, actually, like, oh, do I have a, like, how does the bank work? How do I get my phone number? How do I get my residency stuff? How do I register with the city? And I was like, oh my fucking God. So I'm doing all of this at the same time of planning all of this, basically. And there was basically just days where I'm like, I can't fucking do this, man. And you know, I think that was just the stressful part about it all. Future you will thank you, as you always say. Honestly, I am glad that I took care of all that when I did, because frankly, that was a lot more time than I'd initially anticipated. So there was also a lot more recording than I anticipated too, where I was doing a lot of fun fact. Again, for rapport, I think you guys don't understand. Like that took maybe like 4 different days to get 4 takes that I thought were okay. Same for Odashisa, I think took like 2 days on its own. So this is maybe like 6 days total of recording to just make sure that things sounded the way that I did, or I liked it to be. And on top of that, also having to do that separately on my own time of editing and like having to send it over to Mio and Tomo at the time. And I was like, bro, I'm fucking dying. So yeah. A lot of people support you. That's blessed. I will say this right now. Thank God the homies pulled up though, because I think I would have like mega mental boomed if I did not have people to hang out with physically the entire time. Was all the mixing that you're talking about for your 3D? It was this and also some other stuff that I can't talk about yet. But most of the mixing was mostly for 3D first. Yeah, there's still a lot more on the way. I just can't talk about it. Homies will dev pull up for you, bro. I think the important thing was being able to like actually hang out with people after the fact, right? Like I think being able to like after rehearsals and stuff like that to be able to just get dinner or like late night dinner, or even like, bro, like us going to like a random like Caesarea at like dog shit o'clock, you know. It was nice, and I think I definitely needed. I'm realizing again, like just how much I really value like physical connections. I guess, like for me, being around people physically, I think has been very, very important, and I definitely was not feeling great when I was like at my apartment by myself. Like nonstop, without anyone to like really talk to or like be able to just have like a meal, right? And you know, I'm so glad that people are here. You know, I'm being able to hang out with like Wilson's Alley whenever I get the chance, hang out with Uki when I get the chance, whenever, and like everyone else to be able to pull up. You know, thank God the block game is over. You have friends again. Exactly. Like while VCraft was happening, like basically no one would hang out with me, and I was like, fuck. So yeah, like I really needed the you know, just the feeling of being around people, and I didn't have to think about work for like a little bit. So I'm incredibly thankful for all my friends. You guys have no idea. My bad, dude. You fucker. Maybe if you join the block game with him, JK. Well, so fun fact, the reason I didn't join block game was because of this. Like, I think you guys don't understand. Like, the reason I did not actually join at the time was solely because I was doing all the prep work for this, and I was also recording nonstop for this. So if you've ever wondered exactly why I didn't end up joining, it was because of like basically like practicing and getting to where I could do all this correctly. Like mentally, I was like, there's no fucking universe that I'd be able to do all of this, record all of this and make it sound good, and then also play Minecraft and stream like for X amount of hours that people were looking for, right? So it just wasn't feasible at the time. It really didn't. It was not something that I felt like I could do, and I was like, fuck. So I wish I could have joined, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah. Maybe soon you'll get to join in. Maybe in the future. I don't know what will happen, but so much behind the scenes work. I think there's a lot of behind the scenes work, and honestly, I have a lot more behind the scenes work that I still have to do. Kind of want to ask why we didn't have the debut or the mask. So the reason why it just because at the end of the day, like if we're gonna have 3D, right? And you're going, obviously the whole point is to see me in 3D and I am talking, right? What point, like as much as it is, technically, I wish that I could have just had the fucking mask the entire time. They were like, but we want people to see you actually like be able to talk. And like, we want to see your face. And I was like, okay, I mean, I guess. So that's kind of why it happened. Otherwise, I would have had the mask the entire time. Mask is your identity? I know. It's just part of me, man. You're so cute and smiley. I love it. Bro, I don't think you understand how hard it was for me to like not smile. That's the funniest part. You know, I think that's the one thing. As stressed as I was during parts of it, you know, I think it's probably the most fun that I've had, you know, in a long time. It's probably the most fun that I've had, like being able to be at the studio and do such cool stuff and to hang out with cool people and to meet really cool people, you know. So I think, you know, it made sense. It made sense why I'm so fucking like, yippee, yeah, yippee, yeah. You know? So like for me, it is a very like it is a weird dream come true. It is another one off the bucket list. And you know, they obviously there is a clip of me floating around. I saw it recently that I did talk about like I didn't foresee 3D in my future, ironically enough. In the back of my mind, I kind of thought that, you know, maybe the day wouldn't come that I would just do my own thing and just always fucking play Valorant or play whatever FPS and just have a good time on my own. You know, I never really thought that it would be possible. And I think that was the one thing that I was like all throughout the entirety of it, as stressed as I was, it was a situation where I kind of felt like, you know, now I know that it's real. You know, it's the same. It's this weird feeling of similarly of like when I first joined, right? Like before debut happened, I was like, wow, this is real. That shit, like that happened. You know, now I'm aliver. And now it's that same feeling of like, now I did 3D. You know, and that's kind of the feeling of it. And I guess that's the other thing. Like, I know a lot of people like to obsess about like, oh, was it good or not? Was it successful or not? And it's just like, I think the thing to think about is just, you know what, we did it. It may not be, to some people, it may not be the best. Even in my eyes, I feel like I could have done better. But the way that I see it is that I at least did it, and that it's out there, and that I can at least carry that experience with me to the next thing that I happen to do, right? I think now it's just going to be something that I'm going to be able to look back on. And, you know, again, I really hope that come the day that I can look back on this years down the line and think, you know, man, I really did suck like shit, but goddamn, I'm good now. You know, I really hope that I'm able to have, well, if anything, these will be fond memories for me. This will be something that I'll always look back on and think like, you know, I had a great time with people that I care about the most. The scene with Shadow Man and you is kind of like symbolism. It was kind of emotional, cool. Ironically enough, that was the point. You know, I think I really wanted to make it a point with the Kuroko, you know, or the ninja, to have it be like a thing where, you know, I've done so many, like I've shown up for people's 3Ds. I've always been in 3D, but not myself in 3D. You know, I've always done all these different things with people, but you know, what is it to me to have my own identity? And now that I'm no longer, now that I no longer have to use that use that outfit, it's like, you know, it's a tough one because now it means I have to say goodbye, right? I'm done with the NPC flesh. Yeah, it pretty much is, right? And it's like, I think that feeling of like, you know, I'm moving on, but I'm not gonna forget, you know. And I guess that's why like that ending scene, to kind of mimic Barakamon and to, you know, have it be one final moment with Kuroko a little bit, you know, that to me was like I can move on, but I'm not gonna forget, you know, what I did with as Kuroko, right? That's part of your journey too. Exactly. You know, and I feel like that's kind of the outlook that I have on a lot of what I wanted to do with this specifically. And then again, like that's why I picked Bad Dance Hall. That's why I picked Rapport. That's why I picked pretty much everything, because these are all things that kind of have been like milestones, or not milestones, but like they've been pivotal moments in my life that that were kind of like representative of songs, and they kind of were in a way songs that I felt like represented me or different aspects of my life that I could put into one thing. You know, I think it also parallels you going from mixing such behind the scenes work to singing and being a sound center stage. Yeah, that is another thing too. Like I've always been just a very like supporting character, so to speak, and I think that's another thing. I always talk about it too, and the other things of, you know, even in collabs, I don't talk a lot. I don't do a lot of things. I try to not be center of attention more often than not, and to have this be quote unquote my moment, to have it be an opportunity for me to be center stage, you know, I'm glad the way that it did turn out. And you know, there's just I feel like there's stuff that with I'd want to say a lot more meaning than I think initially, but so yeah. I think there's a lot more songs that I want to sing, ironically enough. There's still a lot more songs that I want to be able to showcase down the line. I think this is just one more thing to cross off the list. Will you split those songs to MV in your channel so we can keep loop in our playlist? Pretty please. I will talk to Mane-san about it, and if I can, I will. I don't know. I will probably only do it for select songs though, so it could depend. "3D karaoke." Well, now I can finally go to 3D karaoke's, man. Fun fact, if you're ever wondering why I'm not at some events, or like you know how there's 3D karaoke's and I was like, how come he can't come? That was why. So now I can actually show up to things now. Yippee! Yeah, now I can actually go. Yeah. But yeah, now that that's done, I can actually go back to normal streaming now. I don't think you guys understand how fucking stressed out I've been over this. Like the reason I have not been able to stream nearly as consistently as I wanted to is just because I've been so stressed out about whether or not this will turn out okay. And now that it's done, I can actually stream again. So I'm back. I'm finally back. Ooh, yeah. You can play Valo? Yeah. I can play Valo later tonight? Yeah. Yeah. I'm happy. I'm more than anything, I just hope that people thought it turned out good. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. And I feel like I really have. I did what I could to make a memory. And I'm glad I got to share it with all the people that I did. It's just it was important to me. I got to sing a song that is one of the reasons I started singing. I got to sing with one of my best friends. I got to sing with my oshi. I got to get a workout in with my boys. I got to do all sorts of funny things. And honestly, it's at the end of the day, it's just I did it my way. And I may think that things could have gone better. I may have done some things differently, but I did what I did. And I had fun doing it. Yeah. I'm proud of it. And, you know, I hope that this at least, you know, in a way, I hope this at least shows that maybe I can sing. maybe people can think of me and think of, oh yeah, he can sing. Funny enough, you want to know the funniest reason about this actually? So, fun fact, the other reason why we pushed so hard to do a lot more singing was because a lot of people, specifically a lot of JP fans too, were like, damn, who's this guy? And it's like, I've been here for a bit, but more specifically, it was after NJU. After NJU, they were like, damn, who's this guy? And I'm like, I've been here for like a year. So then Mana-san was basically like, we're gonna take this opportunity to fucking to sing as much as we can. So that's what happened. Dude's too shy to promote himself? No, that's true. That's true. Don't get it twisted. That's true. Your vocals just need more exposure? Exactly. So that's why this was the opportunity to have the exposure that it needed, you know? So that was kind of how it happened. Yeah. Anyway, I actually need to get lunch. I'm hungry, guys. I'm really hungry. I'm gonna wrap up for now. I just wanted to do like the quick talk. I guess we'll all right. Hold on. How much time we got? Until maybe like 2025 or something. All right. You guys know how it be. Lightning round. Get your questions in now. And I'll answer whatever I can. Me too. Order food with the friends. I'm hungry, man. I should have gotten my own. I should order food too, but you know, you can't catch me on. You can't catch me with delivery apps. 3D workout stream. Fun fact: Mane-san has been floating the idea that I would now that I would have 3D, that I would become a fitness influencer. What other songs were you considering for to cover? There's a couple more Tatsu Kitani songs that I would have liked to do. What the fuck? I think it was like Iranai Mono or something like that. What food you feeling like? I'll probably go to Burger King. I don't know. Niji Niji Town. I can do it now. What's your favorite song you performed? Rapport, probably. How much did you bench, dog? Will you do home 3D when it's time? Maybe when I can. I don't know if I will, but we'll see. Any 3D shorts plans? Yes, in the future, but I need to obviously go record them. So it's gonna be it all like and be later in the future. Was Vanta falling unexpected at that end? No, that was all planned. Do you have a favorite bird? Not specifically. Umupyoi would be legendary. Furniture doko? I still don't have furniture. Shorts covers? Yes. Shorts covers are also coming soon now. Will we get a backflip in 3D shorts? Oh my god. You guys have no idea how much I wanted to do a backflip for this, but also like because of how... So fun fact, before all of this, because I was so stressed out and because I did not have access to like a regular gym for so long, I was like quite literally my health declined like crazy. So that's ironically why I was like way too scared to do the backflip in this one at least. So now that my life is a little bit more stable and now that I can like actually get back to training a little bit more properly, now I can be like, all right, now I can make this happen. Would you consider workout reels? Actually, yeah, it sounds pretty fun. Yeah. Can we look forward to the Clawmark Watarai cover? I will not speak on that. No questions, but I found out about your singing in a clip from Anime Impulse and was like, why did I not know about this man can sing like that? Because no one knows that I do sing unless they actually watch me. Establish a Niji gym club in the future? I mean, yeah, that's kind of the plan right now. I think I'm trying to get Wilson's Alidopio, and then Leo has been asking me. Leo said he's gonna start going to the gym too, so I'm like, all right, let's do it. Dog, you are finally free to play Expedition 33. I know! I can finally play E33, dude! I've been waiting so long! I can actually play the video game! I can stream something else! Freedom! So yeah. Have you thought about 3D workout collab? Yes. Wilson has been floating the idea for me for a while, actually. More video games for you? I know. I gotta play video games, guys. I can probably play video games. Bro says all that, but he's returning to the Valor Dungeon later. No, well, yes, on stream I'm returning to the dungeon. After this, I'm playing fucking Warframe. Guys, oh my god, let me just say, let me nerd out for a second. Oh my god, I finally got my Incarnate weapons and I finally got Wisp Prime and I'm like, oh my fucking god, I can finally play endgame more. I got the Fenmore and the Latum and oh my lord, these guns are fucking crazy. Oh my god, these are fucking crazy. But I don't have an Incarnate. I don't have the melee yet. The melee is taking me a little bit to farm, and I also don't the fucking. Oh my god, faction rank outputs are so long, dude. It takes so fucking. Can we get some Vala 3D memes? Yeah, maybe. He's a gamer. I can't wait for the update in December, guys. There's so many games that are getting updates. I also need to fucking learn Savages in 14, by the way. I haven't, oh my god, I gotta play fucking... Fiona did her Savage Claries recently, and I'm like, fuck, no, I gotta... The ChopCon Sable thumbnail. Can you say the line again? Friday. Oh god. Did you finish the Grand Blue Eva collab? No, not yet. Best furniture that you bought? Best furniture out of everything that I've bought, probably this. Probably the chair, to be honest. This chair is like a really shitty, like $20 one, but it's not. It's actually really nice. Any plan to recreate Vine memes? Yes.
Konnichiwa, wagwan, mina slimes. Kroski-kun. Yeah. Top left.
Apparently Vine's coming back. I heard Vine's coming back. It's kind of crazy. I was watching my friends remake that today. No. Full marks, Kroski-kun. Waste you? So yeah. So yeah, we're back. We're back. Now I can stream now. Okay, I think that's it for me. I'm gonna go get some quick lunch. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will do like a proper. There was a lot of supers this stream, so I will go back and collect all of these for a separate stream. Actually, there's a lot. But seriously, thank you guys for coming out to watch 3D. I'm happy that it happened. I'm glad. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I had fun. So, yeah. Will I ever want to mix these many things again? No. Will I have to do it again in the future? Yes. So, thank you guys. Means the world to me. I'm glad that you guys got to watch a part of me kind of grow. So it's another one off the bucket list. Yeah. More to come. So I'll see you guys. Probably later tonight or Monday. We'll see. Later tonight or Monday. Either or. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good one. Bye bye.